Hi guys, it's me, Becky. It's always me. It is the 27th of September, and I am coming at you with my 16-week post-op VSG update. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery in June on the 6th of this year. My highest weight ever was 320 back in December of 2016. I had I saw somebody. Anyway, I started my pre-op diet, which was my liquid diet, on May 30th of this year, and my weight then was 295.2. My day of surgery on June 6th, I weighed in at 284 even. Last week I came to you at 229 even. And today I'm coming in at 226 even. So, I had to post it with all of my stats and I can't find it anywhere, so I'm gonna wing the math. Since my highest weight, I've lost 91 pounds. Since my pre-op diet, I've lost 60 something. Since my day of surgery, I've lost, I don't even know. It doesn't matter. I've lost a bunch. You can do the math. From last week to this week, I've lost 3 pounds. To me, ultimately, from last week to this week, that's kind of what I care about at this point, because, you know, the number's just going to keep getting bigger. It's an exciting number, but as long as I'm consistently losing weight every week, I'm good. So, yeah, that being said, so last Wednesday I came to you and I was on my way to the doctor's office to have a consultation with my surgeon about my gallbladder, and they went ahead and scheduled me to have it removed on the 5th of October. So here in just like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I don't know. It's coming up. It very well could be next week. I really don't know. I have something in my teeth and I'm sorry. Anyway, so that's crazy. I'm gonna have that done. And I'm a little nervous about it, not necessarily for the surgery, but for how that's gonna set me back. So I go to the gym to do strength training. I lift weights twice a week, and obviously I'm not going to be able to do that straight away. So, you know, I'm gonna have a significant amount of downtime, hopefully not more than a handful of weeks, hopefully less than a handful of weeks. But, you know, we'll just see how my body handles it. So I told the school district that I wouldn't be able to work because, you know, I can't lift anything heavy. And for 3 hours a day, that's what I'm doing. I'm lifting heavy things, and it's a very fast-paced environment, which is fine, but, you know, I can't lift all the things. So they were going to work around that, which is fine. You know, I was kind of looking forward to some time off, but, you know, whatever. It's fine. Well, so, okay, moving forward. I've been in a constant state of distraught, I don't know, despair, think of another D word, I don't know, with my job. It's very monotonous, and I don't necessarily mind monotony, but I'm not fulfilled by my job. I don't feel like I'm doing anything that impacts anyone other than the fact that I make sure people get paid every week or every 2 weeks. You know, I'm not doing anything. I'm in an office essentially by myself. There's not really anyone to talk to that I want to talk to. And I just, you know, it's not challenging at this point. It's just, and I've been doing this, I've been with this company for 10 years. So getting a job at the school, you know, it's just a part-time gig, and I get to see my kids 3 days a week when they eat lunch. It's kind of exciting. So I recently have started putting my resume out again, which I do at least a couple times a year. And now I've been at my company for 10 years and I've put out that many, you know, that many resumes a year, and I'm still here. I guess I'm not that great at interviewing. I don't know. I get nervous. I get tongue-tied. And I shouldn't, because they all ask the same questions, and I should have it memorized by now. But anyway, so I applied for a part-time position at Costco. I love Costco. Not a great place for a bariatric patient, but either way, I love shopping there. So it's a seasonal position, so it's only through the end of the year. And they called me back and said, you know, it's 5 hours a day, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m., which works out a whole lot better than school. So I went and I interviewed today with 2 gentlemen, and it was your standard interview. Although they did comment that, you know, you are lifting heavy things basically for your 5 hours, and it's incredibly fast paced. So you're getting paid to work out every day, which I thought was kind of funny because, you know, I try to work out every day in some form. So I was like, wow, okay, that sounds like a plan to me. And, you know, they've got 50, 60 interviews, whatever. They're only filling like a handful of positions. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm your best candidate because, you know, I mean, come on, it's me. But so, you know, I tried to sell myself, but I did. I'm in a sense, because they called me as soon as I left, like less than 5 minutes later, they called me back and they're like, hey, can you meet with our AGM tomorrow morning for a third interview? Because the dual interview today was considered 2 interviews. So I'm going back tomorrow to meet with their AGM, which is kind of exciting to me. And this morning I got an email from my town's fire department for a communications specialist position that I had applied for like last month. And I thought I just didn't qualify because they hadn't contacted me. Well, apparently they've made their way through all the applicants, and so next Wednesday I have to go take a 2.5-hour written test to see if I move forward with that. So I'm like, when it rains it pours, right? Hopefully something pans out this time around, because that would be a freaking amazing. Because work just causes me to be in a really negative headspace, and I can't afford to be in a negative headspace when I'm trying to turn things around with my weight. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited. This last week I have gotten, I'm going to say more comments about my size, but by more I mean I haven't gotten any until now. So, and by that I mean, like, my mom says she notices, you know, people closest to me have said they notice, but I'm talking about people I work with that I don't necessarily see every day, or if I do, it's very briefly, just in passing to the ladies' room or to the break room, whatever. So I have gotten comments to the effect of, where's the other 2/3 of you? I didn't recognize you from behind. You know, you look good, which all of these are incredibly flattering, and I am so appreciative that they have commented, because it makes you feel good, you know. And yesterday I went on a walk at work. Now I work in kind of an industrial park, meaning there's nothing around except for businesses. There's no neighborhoods, there's no sidewalks, but so I go on this little walk a couple times a day just to get a couple of extra miles in, because why not? I sit at a desk all day. I need to stretch my legs. So on one of my walks, this guy pulls over, coming up from behind me, and asks me if I need a ride. And I'm like, no, I'm walking for work. I'm fine. Thank you though. And he's okay. And he pulled away, and I kind of chuckled to myself because I was like, there's no way to know. There's no way for me to really know if he would have pulled over when I was 320 pounds or if he pulled over because I am not 320 pounds. So I told my husband last night, I said, I'd like to think it's because I'm smoking hot, but it could just be that he was a good Samaritan and it was a little chilly out yesterday. He said, well, whatever makes you feel good. Either way, it makes me feel good, but I just got a good chuckle out of that, wondering, what if. So yeah, I feel pretty good today. I got a small walk-in this morning. I don't even think it was 2 miles. It might have been a mile. It was almost 2 miles. And then I'll go home tonight and I'll do another 3 miles. I started my lady time, and I'm going to attribute I've been snacky. I've been snacky this last week. Excuse me. And I'm going to attribute that to my lady time. But I haven't felt like fantastic either. So I have kind of I've stopped running. I mean, I haven't stopped, like I jog a little bit, but not in the intensity that I was previously. So that kind of sucks because I do enjoy running. Funny story. I mean, it's funny to me. I took my kids we were going to go on a hike Saturday, and it got kind of late in the day. It was like 5:15 or so, and you can't go on a hike that late in the day because it gets dark earlier, and I'm not trying to get lost because I have gotten lost before with my kids in the woods, and the park rangers had to come get us. So I'm not doing that again. So I told them we were going to go for a hike at the trail that I usually ride my bike. I haven't ridden my bike in like a month. So they agreed, and I was going to provide them some special time on this walk because about 1.5 miles in on the trail, there's a park, and I was going to let them play. So we get there, we start walking, and we get to the park, and I'm the best mother ever because I just, magically found this park for my kids. So they played, and it was fun. They had a good time. Well, so on the trail, if we would have just kept going, right? It's a 5-mile trail. We should have just turned back and backtracked the 1.5 miles to get back to the car. Instead, I let the kids decide which direction we're going. We can take the long way or we can take the short way. Well, my daughter, who's ever ambitious, wanted to take the long way. And I really have to say that I thoroughly discussed with them that this is a very long way home. It's going to take us a while. It's fine. No worries. Let me tell you, it was dark before we got to the car. And my daughter was okay. She was hot and sweaty. She ended up actually taking her shirt off because she's 6, right? She looks like a little boy. She took her shirt off. My son ended up taking his shirt off. He was crying like the last mile. His feet were killing him. Why did you make me do this? Why did you make me do this? In the end, they got a nice dinner treat when we were done. I was so proud of them. They went 5 miles, and yes, there were tears, but they did it, and I was so excited. And then Sunday, we actually went on our hike, and once again, halfway in, my son's like crying, I didn't even want to come with you. And he did. He totally did. He just didn't want to be there at that moment. So, but back to the 5 mile track, I wasn't even tired. Like, I was hot and sweaty and like, you know, hot and sweaty. But I could have went another lap, I feel like. I had so much energy. It was so great. It's amazing. Some of the moments in which I feel that I have the most energy, because it's a shock to me. Like, I should be tired by now. And I'm like looking at my step counter and I'm like, I need to get some more steps in. And it's already, you know, over 10,000 or over, you know, 15,000, whatever. It just makes me laugh. So yeah, I love the fact that I can do so much more now than I ever dreamt that I could do before. I don't know if I mentioned it. Maybe I did. I put on my wedding dress. I had to have mentioned that. That was exciting. That was really exciting. And I tried on, so I was discussing with my mother-in-law about clothing sizes, right? So it's hard to know what size you really are because of the vanity sizing, okay? If you know it's vanity sized, then what is the point? Because you know that that number is not an accurate representation of what size you really are. What is the point? Who does that make feel better? Not me, because I know, well, this isn't the right size. This isn't truly what I wear. That's ridiculous. That being said, I have got 4 pair of pants that I can wear that don't look horrible on me at the moment. 2 of them say size 16, one of them says size 18, and one of them is European sized and says 34, 32. So I don't know what size that is. I even tried to Google it, but I couldn't figure out. It was like, it's your waist. No, that's not my waist. My waist is not 34 inches. I guarantee you. It's like 43. Anyway, so one of my pair of pants, I have no clue where I got them because they're Lee jeans and I don't buy that brand. I just never have. I don't care for them. But these actually, they fit and they don't look horrible. And they're size 16. And they are at the very least 5 years old. So I'm pretty sure vanity sizing wasn't a big thing, at least for Lee jeans back then. So I feel like it's safe to say, yeah, they're probably a true size 16 pant. And they fit, and I can still pull them out. You know, I have breathing room. It's not like they're tight. They fit, and I can sit, and I can move, and whatever. I got the pair of size 16 jeans when I was on vacation to see my husband for the weekend a couple weekends ago. And they are super and those Lee jeans, they are not stretchy. They don't have a whole lot of spandex in them. The jeans I got at on my vacation, they are skinny jeans, right? So they have a lot of stretch in them, a lot of give. And they fit fine, right? They're snug, they're supposed to be, but they're not cutting off my circulation. Then I've got a pair of size 18 pants that don't have any give in them, right? They're not stretchy pants by any means. And they are at least, I would say, 2 or 3 years old. Not quite as old as the Lee jeans. And they are they fit just as good as the 16s, right? They are just as snug around the waist and the hips. So I'm like, you know, okay, well, I realize they're only a size different, but what gives? And then my 34, 32s that are some weird ass size, I have no idea what size those are. And now they fit. They're really snug, albeit, but they're not cutting off my circulation. So it makes me wonder, like, I realize sizes don't matter. Size is an arbitrary number at this point because you kind of just go through them. But it would be nice to know what size I am. I say I'm like a 16, but unfortunately there are still 18s that fit me. What I really need is some new workout pants. But I don't want to go buy them because I don't want to be disappointed. Like, I feel like if I go buy workout pants, I want to, like, go to a fun place, right? I don't want to go to the plus size section. And I feel like I still will have to do that. And I don't want to do that. But I need some more workout pants. I need some new shorts. But it's getting cold, so maybe I don't need shorts. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. I hope you guys have a great week. You're having a great week. I'm trying to follow new people, find new people to watch. So if you're following me and you have a channel and I'm not following you, please let me know. If you have suggestions on people who I should follow, please let me know. I really only I follow a lot of people, but there's only a handful that continuously make videos that I watch that's VSG related, and that's Courtney Losing and Foodie Turned Sleevey. I'm really missing Chemistry Queen. I wish she would make another video soon. And there's a handful of others, but that are still putting out weekly videos. So, yeah. If you know of anybody, let me know. I'm sorry this is so long and so drawn out. I lost 3 pounds. That's the main point. And I will talk at you next week with I guess it'll be my 4-month update. Anyway, have a great day, guys.